Hey YouTube, it's Tracy again. So, excuse my throat, I'm just like, but another makeup tutorial real quick here. Well, maybe not real quick. Mine are never quick. I tried, but it doesn't work. So another makeup tutorial. Gonna go with a very neutral eye with a bold underline, lower lash line color. If that makes sense. Yeah, so let's get started. So first things first, we want to fill in our precious little sparse eyebrows that we have. Well, I have. So with that, got my little eyebrow pencil. See how sparse that is? Oh, terrible. Forgive this, y'all. Sorry. It just kind of decided to pay me a visit overnight. Pay no attention to that. Okay. So fill in eyebrows. So, and as always, I just go with the natural shape of my eyebrow and how it goes. Just filling that in. And we'll clean them up with our concealer in a second. So they're not going to be 100% symmetric just because naturally your eyebrows aren't 100% symmetric. So yeah, so I'm going to take the little spongy end of this and blend out the beginning part of the eyebrow. Like so. Okay. Then we're going to get our concealer. In my case, my Fit Me concealer in number 30. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it and not directly underneath the eyebrow, but just a little below it. Put a quick little. Then get my brush that I use to clean up my eyebrows with. Kind of tap it in the concealer and then slowly make my way up. Bring that concealer down to the lash, to my eyelid a little bit. And then any leftover concealer I use, that's still on the brush, to kind of clean up and shape above my eyebrow. There. Eyebrows finished. Simplistic, easy, simple, done. Now, this part is optional, but if you want to have like a really crisp line as far as your eyeshadow goes, I'd recommend doing this. You're going to go to your desk, Staples, office supply store, wherever you may find some, and get you some Scotch tape. I know, but it actually works really well. So what you're going to do is just going to break you off a couple of pieces. And then we're going to tape this to our face. So I kind of want to go with the natural line of my bottom lash line. So take my tape and I just kind of, not on your eyelashes, kind of go underneath your bottom lashes and then just tape it down. Same with this side. Get your tape right underneath the bottom lash and then just tape it down. I know it looks a little weird, but there's a purpose, I promise. So now that that's taped on there, I'm gonna get my eyeshadow primer, which is just some e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. If I remember right, I got this at Target for like $1.02. Something very, very cheap, but it works pretty well. Get some of this, put it on here. All right. Spread it out with the fingers up onto your eyes. Okay, eyeshadows, our eyelids are primed. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we are going to get our NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and we are going to basically prepare our bottom lash line, because this is where the bright color is gonna go. So and this is another reason you don't want to put your tape right up against your bottom eyelash, your bottom lash line. I know it looks weird, but there's a purpose. You might want to just split that out just a little bit with your finger. Just a little. Okay. Now, I'm going to my handy dandy BH Cosmetics 120 color palette eyeshadow kit. Love this thing. 2nd edition. Love it. Okay, so since our eye is going to be a very neutral, it's going to be nothing but browns for my eyelid. So I'm going to start with the highlight and work my way down, if that makes sense. So with that, I'm just going to take my little angle brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to go, let me just take the tray out. It's easier to handle that way. Okay. I'm going to go to this tray here, and this color right here, it's like a tan kind of color. Dab that on my brush, and we're going to highlight our eyebrow with it. Very lightly, because this is supposed to be a very neutral eye, so we're not doing anything too bright or spectacular, just a little highlighting under the brow. Once that's done, I'm gonna go get my little rounded kind of brush from e.l.f. and then I'm gonna go for my transition color, which is gonna be this chocolate brown right here in the corner. Put that on here. Now I'm gonna kind of windshield wiper motion it right below where I did my highlight towards the crease area, and just windshield wiper it across. And then see, the tape is there, so that way when you come off, it's blocking it, and it's going to be a very crisp, defined line why the tape is there. Okay, chocolate brown's on there. And then for the crease, obviously the crease is going to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to go for this dark brown color right in here. This one for the crease. Dab that on the brush, and this is going in the crease, starting from the outer edge, working my way in, just in the crease, windshield wiper kind of motions. From the outside, work our way in. Okay. Now for our lid color is going to obviously be a little bit brighter. So for that, I have on the other half of the kit, on this tray, there's this color right here in the corner. It's like a tannishy, brownie, I don't know how to call it, but just get that on your eyeshadow brush and just pat that on your eyelid. We're gonna go for a very, very, very subtle neutral eye. So pat that in. And right now I'm using pretty much nothing but matte colors, not too many shimmers, just because the eye is going to be, for the most part, very neutral. So got that on the lids. Okay. And then for my outer V, there is like this darker, this one does have a little shimmer to it. This shade right here is next to that one. This is the one I use in my crease. This is the one I use for my outer V. It's got a little shimmer to it. Just barely put that in there. And then in the crease a little bit, and then onto the eyelid itself. Very, very lightly, just to give it some dimension, but at the same time, I'm not trying to go too wild with the lid because I'm gonna have a really bold color underneath my lower lash line. So you can see how that kind of gave it a little dimension. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to line our eyeliner. Pencil, where did you go? Oh, there it is. So this is the brush I'm using for my eyeliner. It's just this little angle brush from e.l.f. And then I have my cream eyeliner from e.l.f. as well. So open that up, get it on the brush. And I like to start in the middle of my eyelid and then work my way out and then come back in for the rest. And for my eyeliner, I am going to go a little thick. And then this is where the tape is handy too. As far as your wing, it'll have a really sharp, crisp, defined line for your wing. And I'm not going to wing it out too far, just a little something. Like so. Okay. Eyes are almost done, y'all. Eyes are almost done. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to slap on a little bit of my eyeliner. . 'Cause I don't know. 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 I don't right, take the tape off and we'll continue on with the rest of the face. So now we're just gonna peel off this tape. You see when you peel it off how sharp and defined that is. See? And then if you look on the tape, any leftover shadow and stuff that would have ended up on your face is on the tape. I don't know if y'all can see that. So, a little nifty trick I learned. Okay, so we still got our white pencil from e.l.f. under our eyelid. You know, I'm actually going to add a little bit more, just because you really want this bottom lash line color to pop and stand out. So got that on there. Okay, so now got this little teal color in my dress. So with that being said, ladies and gents, I am going to go with a very bright teal color. So going to my little palette here, this color right here, see, kind of matches. So that one right there, I'm gonna put it on my brush here. Ooh, look how pretty that color is, love it. And then we're gonna put it on. Now you want this color to really stand out, so don't be scared. And this is why we put that white jumbo pencil down first, so that way it could really help that color pop and stand out. So now that that is on there, I'm gonna put my eyeshadows away. Highly recommend going to their website. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to put my falsies on dead last. So with that, we're going to move on to the rest of the face. So, with it being summertime, I try not to wear too much foundation if I can possibly spare it, because it's hot and you might sweat it off. So I'm just going to get my favoriteest foundation of all time, kind of smack it to where it comes to the tip like that, and then I'm gonna lightly just do it on my face like this, so that way I'm not getting a whole lot of foundation on my face. I mean, this is pretty good coverage foundation, so you don't really need a whole lot. Just put a little on the face like that. Then I'm just going to take my little stipple brush that I got from e.l.f. and kind of just blend it out more. I'm not necessarily putting on my foundation for coverage reasons. I'm more so putting this on just to kind of help even out my skin tone a little bit. But like I said, not so much coverage. And the eyes aren't finished. We're just moving on to the face real quick. So, because I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like some dark spots here and here. So, I mean, there's still, you can still see them, and I have a dark spot up here above my eyebrow. But I'm not necessarily worried about covering those. I'm just trying to even out my skin tone a little bit, because it's summertime and I'm not trying to cake on a whole lot of makeup. So for highlighting, I'm not gonna highlight forehead so much or nose. Just more underneath my eyes is what I'm gonna necessarily focus on highlighting. So I got my two concealers, Fit Me in 30 and 25. And then, because the 30 really is like, once you blend it out, is true match to my skin tone. And then the 25 is a shade lighter than me, but it comes out really ashy looking if I use it by itself. So I use the two. I just use them both together. Then I get my little blender brush here. Blend the highlight out. I do this slowly so that way I don't disturb my under eye makeup. Bring it down to the side of my nose and up to the temple. And then if there's any residual concealer still on my sponge, I'll just kind of tap the nose a little bit with it. Just a little, like that. Because I'm not really trying to go for the extreme contour look or whatever. It's just a little something something. So then with that, I'm gonna get my Bare Minerals, just mineral veil. And I already got some in the cap. Get my little angled brush from e.l.f. Tap it on there and just lightly pat this where I just put my concealer at. Because anytime you use a liquid, you want to go over it with a powder to help set it. So just put the mineral veil where I just put the concealer at. That's it for that. Then I'm going to go with my blush from e.l.f. And this is Candid Cora. Whoops, is what it's called. And it's just like a tannish-y kind of color. I don't know what to really call it, but just get my little blush brush. Like, it's a very subtle blush. I'm not trying to go for really dramatic cheeks. So just a little blush. And then I'm going to go with my NYX little illuminating powder and magnetic. I can't talk today. And it's like a shimmery goldish kind of color. Now this stuff is really glittery, I guess. So you don't need much. So I'm just gonna really just tap it on my brush just a few times and then just dot it on my cheeks, because you will look like a drag queen. And any excess I might just wipe on my chest. You look like a drag queen if you go heavy with this stuff. Just glitter everywhere. Don't want that. So with that all being done, I'm gonna get my e.l.f. defining powder, definition powder. It comes with a little poof. And then what I like to do is I like to shake it onto the poof. See how it's on there? And just lightly dap my face with it. And this is to help set my foundation and stuff. Okay. Once you got that on there, oh my gosh, I'm clumsy today, dropping shit. Okay, then you get your big fluffy brush. Mine's is from e.l.f. And then blend that powder in. Okay. That's done. We're almost to the finish line, y'all. What? Okay. And then get that. Then we'll get, oh, I forgot my eyeliner. Hold a tick. I'll be right back. Oh, went and grabbed the Final Line eyeliner from Maybelline. Sorry about that. I keep my makeup in my room, and I do my makeup in my bathroom just because the lighting's better in here. So I got that. And then I'm gonna hit the inner part of our lower lash line with it. Just the inner part, because we don't want to disturb our pretty blue. Okay. And then we're going to put on our falsies. And then, as always, my falsies come from e.l.f. just because they look good, they look natural, and they're not all that expensive. $1 per pair. Can't beat that. So, get our adhesive on our lashes. And I reuse my lashes a couple of times. I don't just use them once and throw them away. Sorry about that. My camera stopped recording for some random reason. But I'm trying to get the adhesive tacky on the lashes so they'll stick. It's a process to get me these on, child. I'm telling you. I feel like I have to hold my breath just to make sure I get them on without messing up. Some people use clear, the clear adhesive for the eyelashes. I prefer to use black just because it dries black, and I always wear black eyeliner anyway. So, okay. I'm looking at another mirror over here in case you're wondering, where is she looking at? Tweezers not cooperating with me. Okay. Oops. Something's in my eyelash. There it goes. Okay. Alright, you guys. And then we have our e.l.f. makeup. My e.l.f. makeup mist and set spray. And we are going to spray the face and get this all set. Ooh. Okay. All right. And then since it's a very subtle eye with a bold, what you call it, lash line, lips wise, I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm not even gonna wear any lipsticks. I'm just gonna literally wear a chapstick and just keep my lips their natural color. Just chapstick it up, and that's about it. But that's it for that, ladies, and I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you have any suggestions as to any looks you want me to do, please let me know and I will do them. I'm ready for my day now, and you ladies have, you know, a good day. It's summertime, summertime. Like I said, my throat's scratchy, so, but if you can get a look, here's the final look of it all, and I'll take a picture so you guys can see that too. Forget the zit, but that's it. All right, peace YouTube.